Well, as we discussed a little earlier, today is Wednesday, December 1st. It is 8:07 p.m. EST, and you're watching the Bro Football Focus podcast. Or, show, Joni, whatever you want to call it. This is episode 57, the CJ Mosley episode. I'm Hunter. With me, as always, is Jake and Austin.
Hello.
Yeah, good to be back.
Yep. 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're on a hot streak.
Yeah. We sure are. Still need those game graphics from last week.
Hey, relax now.
Just I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'll do it when I start editing today.
The editing team got all this fancy new hardware, and there were so many promises about stuff being quick and speedy.
Yeah,
it has been. The episodes
like so speedy, it's like not getting done.
With their new bonuses, they've been looking at real estate rather than cranking down.
So fast, they just skip the part where they do it.
Yeah.
But
no, the episodes have been coming out nice and fresh. See, if I had the fiber optics, we upload them right now, but I don't.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Fiber optics.
Well, we'll talk to the graphics team, whip them into shape. But I haven't really looked at this rundown. But Austin, you say there's trouble in Pittsburgh. What's going on, bud?
Yeah. So you haven't seen any of this stuff, or have you?
No. I'm going in.
Chase Claypool, basically, this reporter asked him what could be done to help improve Steelers practice after they've had a couple tough losses here. And Chase Claypool said, "We have music in the warm-ups and that, so it's fun. People are dancing, having fun. So I think maybe music would make practice more fun and a little more up-tempo." So just a classic, young jabroni hasn't earned his reputation on the football.
I was literally waiting to say he's such a jabroni for this.
Jabroni from Canada just probably doesn't understand what the Steel City is all about.
Well, he's one of those TikTok boys.
Yeah, and you know what Cam Hayward said after he heard that?
What did he say?
He said he wanted to rip the damn speakers out of the wall. Yeah.
Wow.
And
yeah,
then,
I mean, that's a tough answer. That's a tough answer to hear from one of your starters when it's like, hey, so you guys are really sucking a dick right now. What do you think you better? And he's like, I really would play better if I could dance.
Yeah.
Practice.
Yeah. Imagine you're an OG. You're an OG hoss like Cam Hayward that's just been taking CTE for 10, 15 years now. And fucking you got Chase Claypool and Juju on the team saying shit like that. But down here, Mike Tomlin also said that Claypool plays wide out, and I'll let him do that. I'll formulate the practice approach, and I think that division of labor is appropriate. So
Just
Mike Tomlin,
I love it.
Yeah, basically, shut the fuck up. Like, we're not doing any music. But yeah, I think there might be some trouble up there in the Steel City. I don't know if you guys saw the blowout that the Bengals just put down on them.
Oh yeah, they as the kids say, mopped the floor with the Steelers.
Yeah.
No, Steelers are fine. They're still. If I look down on the rundown, they're in the bubble.
They are in the bubble, but that's because
in the bubble.
No, they are in the bubble. I just cut it off at a certain point.
Oh, is
almost
still in the bubble?
Everyone in the bubble. I think the Lions are still in the bubble.
No,
the Lions are either still in the bubble miraculously, or they're the only team outside of the bubble because it was pretty big.
I feel so bad for the Lions, dude.
Yeah,
I feel so bad.
You don't like Danny Campbell?
Yeah, that's really who I feel. That's who I feel
bad for him.
That's who I feel bad for is Danny Campbell.
Yeah, I mean he's coaching his dick off, dude.
Dan Campbell loves the adversity.
Yeah.
Does he?
I mean
16 games of adversity or some shit like that.
Next year when they're
not 16, but
fighting and
12.
crawling and getting to the top, he'll remember where he came from.
Yeah.
True. They're just building integrity right now.
Integrity.
They'll have that Thibodeau guy.
Yeah, you think they'll take him number one?
Yeah, if they have the one, absolutely.
Over that Aiden Hutchinson kid that just went crazy?
You know why I don't like that guy.
Oh my God. Do you not
Hunter,
like
tell
Nick
us why.
Bosa?
why you don't like him.
What'd you say, Austin?
Do you not like Nick Bosa?
No, I like Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa.
Oh, why don't you like?
What are
that
you
guy?
getting at? I don't like that guy because he's from Michigan.
Oh, because he's from Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, and the last high touted edge guy to come out of Michigan was Taco Charlton.
I see what you're saying. Well, what about Quiddy Pay?
Quiddy Pay sucks.
Yeah, okay.
He got his first sack like a week ago.
Anyways, that kid might be good, dude. Aiden Hutchinson.
You know who is good? Thibodeau. You know who came out of Oregon?
Yeah.
DeForest
Buckner. I believe that I am Eskimo Cousins.
Yeah, Cousins.
With DeForest Buckner.
And Arik Armstead.
Yeah. Just that whole 49ers D line from.
Is Armstead from Oregon?
Is he from where?
Did he play at Oregon?
He might have played at Oregon. I don't know where Buckner played.
Buckner was definitely.
DeForest Buckner. Do you think they just made up the name DeForest? Oh yeah, he went to Oregon.
Yeah, was he born in DeForest?
Yeah.
There's a lot of forest in Oregon.
Yeah, but no, I remember Luke Holland was telling me about that lady, and both of those names came up. So
he was born in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah, I can see it.
Look up the etymology of DeForest.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can make an assumption.
I was just thinking the other day, like,
actually Polish.
How many times I think, like, I wonder why this word is what it is, and I wish I knew what it meant. So, like, it'd be so cool to be one of those, like, people who study language, but that would just be such a shitty job. Like, it would only be fun when people ask, like, hey, what's this word? You're like, actually, it comes from the Latin word potato.
Those people are nerds, dude.
But if I could just have that knowledge, if I could just take all their knowledge and just brain suck it out of them, so then I could be like, oh, actually, stop sign.
I do like knowing fun facts about words. Yeah.
So I could be like, actually, DeForester is the Subaru DeForest.
His grandpa used to deforest the trees to build a village.
In Hawaii.
Yeah.
The coconut trees.
He actually contributed a lot to deforestation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
All right.
Hunter, do you disagree?
Enough of that DeForest talk. Anything you guys want to talk about with these playoff implications?
I love the description of on the bubble. These teams would be on the outside looking in if the season ended today.
Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Yeah, first one on the bubble, those Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I was going to say it sucks to see that. But turns out Teddy was not the answer.
Hey, they're only one game out, and so are the Raiders. That's
they're
what's
doing
crazy.
A little bit better than last year. So
this year, everything's so damn tight in the AFC. Like, I feel like even the Jaguars are not far off from any of these teams. Like, there may be a couple, like the way they beat the Bills. Every single team is good. Like, I feel like any of these teams can beat any of these teams. So it's really coming down these next couple weeks, especially with the Bills playing the Patriots twice. The Steelers play the Ravens twice, I think.
The Jaguars are bad.
I think they're not that far off, dude.
Okay. You wait for this weekend. We'll watch Rams Jags and see how that goes.
That might be a surprise upset, dude.
Sean McVay is going to just feast on Urban Meyer. He's gonna eat him. Awesome. He's gonna chew him up, and then he's gonna spit him out, and then he's gonna play with him.
Oh my god!
At Jacksonville?
No.
Oh, okay.
And if it was, no, I would go if it was. I didn't go to the Falcons game because I knew that was going to be a shitty game.
So this is a Jalen Ramsey revenge game.
He's probably already played a couple times.
Yeah. I don't think it's his first game back, but yeah.
Has he played in Jacksonville yet since leaving?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you get this. Would you still say what's up? Would you tell him I'm sorry if he walked by? Because you said that's one person you'd apologize to.
Yeah. No, he'll be when I'm GM someday. He's top of my list for apologies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he gets to hear that one day. He'd really appreciate that. He'd like, that's all I wanted. I'll come back now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he'll probably be in the Hall of Fame by then, but.
Oh, yeah, he's probably first ballot.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Austin, what do you think about the Patriots over the Bills here?
I think like the Patriots are in a hot streak. The Bills kind of have been getting blown out, winning in big fashion, winning in big fashion. And then they play each other this Monday. So it's the first time that we played them all season. So if we win that game, we will be top of the division. If we lose that game, the Patriots are holding us down. And it's an uphill climb from there because we play them again. Yeah. It's definitely going to be. And last time we played them, it was kind of like, it was definitely like the most impactful Bills Patriots game I've ever seen, because that was like the first time that we won the division. And it was the first time that we just beat the Patriots like that. Like we scored like 40 something points. Like Stephon Diggs was getting shut out by JC Jackson. And then all of a sudden JC Jackson was talking shit. Diggs gave him the finger wag and then scored 3 touchdowns. Like, I don't know what to expect because the Patriots have improved so much. Like they're definitely way better than they were when we played them last time. And Trey White tore his ACL and is out for the season.
Huge. Yeah, it's huge.
That does suck. That's going to be no fun for playoffs. But looking at this playoff seeding here, on the other side of that, something that I think is kind of interesting, the way that the draft is currently shaken out.
Yeah.
Right now, the Jets hold pick 4 and pick 5.
Yeah.
And the Giants hold 6 and 7.
And the Eagles hold back-to-back too. They hold 3 altogether in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah,
wow.
The Eagles right now have 9, 10, and 14. So it would be real nice to be the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
But imagine like the Jets, right? Imagine if they took like Stingley and that Hamilton guy.
Yeah, they could do that. I mean, they don't need a quarterback.
Oh.
What do they need? Their line's all right.
I mean,
their line's all right.
They do need a quarterback.
They got Mike White, dude. And they got Zach Wilson. At least give him a chance.
Got benched for Zach Wilson, who did like a Carson Wentz style, like shovel pass interception deal.
I don't know if Mike White got benched or if he got COVID. I think he got.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is I think it's safe to say that Zach Wilson sucks.
I mean, I'll give him at least another year, but
I don't know, dude. Like anytime he has played, it's been a bunch of lowlights. At least with like Trevor, you can see like potential and stuff there, but like I don't know, Zach Wilson just looks like he sucks bad.
You know what he needs to do is sell his soul to the devil. That's a pure soul.
Yeah,
I'm sure he would do a lot to get that one.
Yeah,
it's probably because he's a Mormon, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like most quarterbacks who are successful have like a dark side that we don't get to see. Like Tom Brady, he's a dick. They beat Chicago. He makes a fucking video, puts on Twitter, and Chief Keef's playing in the background because it's Chicago. Like he's flexing on people. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, he didn't even talk to his family. Like these people.
Do you think Tom Brady has like a social guy? Because I don't think Tom Brady would know like to play Chief Keef in the background. I
don't know. He might be plugged in because
I think it's him.
Hunter, who interacts with more people from more areas of the United States than him? Like he's in the locker room with all these different people from all over, and he's traveling all the time, and he's doing commercials and shit.
Yeah, like celebrities like really go out of their way to meet him.
Some of the guys he plays with are probably from Chicago, and they're probably 20 years old, and they're playing Chief Keef in the locker room, dude, and they're getting crazy. You know, Chief Keef is like prime locker room music.
It is pretty good.
But I do think he probably has a social team, but he's filming those videos and he probably has like a general idea what he's doing.
Okay. So in 2012, the Patriots lost the Super Bowl to the Giants. Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl. That is the year Love Sosa came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what's that?
You might be looking a little bit too much into it. You're adding up the numbers.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. I just wanted to see like where Tom Brady was in his career when Chief Keef blew up.
That was like yesterday, dude. Remember that?
I guess.
Tom Brady was listening to Chief. They were definitely banging Love Sosa if it just came out. I don't know. Bill Belichick, maybe he doesn't let it happen in the locker room. Maybe he's like an Aerosmith guy.
I don't like Aerosmith.
Yeah, but maybe Bill. I don't know.
What don't you like about Aerosmith, Hunter?
Even though this isn't our music, movies, and TV podcast, I guess I could get into it a little bit.
It's not our Steven Tyler podcast.
So I don't know. It's weird because I've had this conversation with Dan Mullen, and I said the same thing. I'm like, I don't like Aerosmith. And he's like, how do you not like Aerosmith, bro? And I'm just like, I don't know. And I just like spouted off a bunch of songs, and I'm like, I guess they're kind of good, but I don't know. Every time I hear him on the radio, I just kind of get like a little annoyed.
Because of Dan Mullen?
No, not because. It was way before Dan Mullen.
Because of Coach Dan Mullen?
But I think what it really might come down to is in the movie Wayne's World. I think it's Wayne's World 2. They go to an Aerosmith concert, and there's a scene where the guitarist, I think his name is Joe Perry, he's playing the guitar with his shirt off, and he just like his belly button hair is really weird, and he's all sweaty, and seeing it at a young age kind of grossed me out.
Oh, it traumatized you.
It's really all I think of whenever I hear Aerosmith.
Hunter just has PTSD.
Yeah.
Sweaty belly button hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
well, thanks for that little tidbit of information there, Hunter.
Yeah, no problem. But moving on, I guess we can talk about John Gruden.
Yeah. I mean, we all know that Playboy is known for their articles, and they've nabbed numerous and countless, gems of interviews and published them, and you can read them while you're taking a shit on the toilet in a tasteful magazine.
Yeah.
But this little excerpt here says that Playboy interviewed him, and they said, "But you are no virgin. Give us a tip sheet on your first sexual score." And he says, "Do I have to?" And they say, "America wants to know."
As they're sitting alone in a room with a tape recorder, as it like, I'm going to publish it, and then they'll know.
Yeah. I've lied about this before. I've told some fibs. Okay, I lost my virginity to the Notre Dame fight song. Playboy says, "There was a band?" He says, "No, not even music, but it was in my mind." How old were you? 17 in South Bend on a waterbed.
If John Gruden wasn't like allegedly a racist and a homophobe and whatnot, he seems like such a cool dude.
Listen, I like John Gruden. As Derek Carr said, love the man, hate the sin.
Yeah.
But
I like that.
John Gruden, this is fucking crazy though. Like to say that. He's just banging a girl, he's sweating, he's got the crazy look on his head, and he's thinking about the Notre Dame fight song in his head.
Just listen to the Notre Dame fight song. What a psycho. Like, what an absolute crazy person.
Yeah. Maybe he's in Notre Dame.
Like,
yeah.
Oh.
But John Gruden, definitely a man's guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably drinks Coors Light.
Did you guys lose your virginity to a song?
No.
The Ohio State fight song, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
And there was a band.
That's cool.
I lost mine to the Donnie Darko theme song.
No, you didn't. This wasn't the first time for me, but I think it was like my third experience with coitus. I tossed on a little playlist, and I had some Phil Collins in there.
Nice.
And when it was all wrapped up, the woman, the lucky lady of the night, was like, "Hey, why were you playing Tarzan music?" It wasn't Tarzan music.
I wanna know show?
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Hunter's just like,
but,
oh.
but all Phil Collins, like it sounds like Phil Collins, so that's what she thought it was.
Oh man.
Strangers like me. Yeah, that wasn't it. I think it was "Take Me Home." It's a real good climax song by Phil Collins.
Wow.
Yeah.
I might have to start slapping some Phil Collins on.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Don't put "I Don't Care Anymore" on there. That's not a good one.
Yeah. No.
Also, this was probably my fourth experience. It has nothing to do with a song, but you ever just like toss the TV on so you have like some background stuff happening?
Some Office playing in the background or something?
Well, this time it wasn't.
If it's a comedy, then I hear the joke and I'm like, okay.
No, Jake, that's what I'm telling you right now.
It's the worst.
I had Seinfeld on.
No.
And just like at a certain point, I just got like more invested in Seinfeld, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so relatable. It's so funny.
Hunter doesn't pull out. It's like,
and I just kind of lost interest because I was just like engrossed in what was happening to
Oh man. Yeah, you can't have something that entertaining on. You got to put some stupid on.
Like, yeah, I feel like that's like a meta kind of experience because I feel like that is something that would happen to George.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. But either way, Mac Jones is Tom Brady.
Yeah, basically the stats are out, and in their first 12 career starts, they're pretty similar. You know, Mac Jones is 8-4, Brady 9-3. Mac Jones has a 70% completion percentage, which is unreal, and Brady has 65. And their touchdown to interception, 16-8 for Mac Jones, 16-10 for Tom Brady. It's just like Bill Belichick. Maybe we were right when we said, "Oh, Brady's a system quarterback" way back in the day. Like maybe Brady is a really good quarterback, but he was in the system. Because if Bill Belichick gets some like pocket passer white guy who's unathletic, or even Jimmy G. Like when Jimmy G was in there, he was balling out. I'd like to see their like statistics their first 2 or 3 games because it's the same shit. It's the screen passes, like the little dink and dunks, just like concept routes, very intermediate. No bombs, like a couple bombs, like once in a blue moon.
But I mean, Mac Jones is dropping some bombs though sometimes.
Sometimes to Kendrick Bourne because he's fast.
And it was like a crossbody throw into the end zone. Oh, yeah. So good.
He's good. I mean, it's just the Patriots all over again. Like he fits the mold. He fits in there well. But also, like I think they're on a 5-win streak, but I looked back on the teams that they beat, and there's like a lot of like injury-ridden teams, like the Titans without Derrick Henry or any of their wide receivers, like just teams like that you're like, is that really a good win? So I think when they play the Bills, like that will be the real test for Mac Jones to see if he can take on a decent defense. Like we don't have Trey White anymore, but can he like win a shootout with Josh Allen? Because we haven't really seen him. Like he's gone up against Ryan Tannehill with fucking no wide receivers. So I want to see like, can he get in a shootout?
Well, also this will be their biggest matchup in prime time too.
Yeah, in prime
so
time.
Monday Night Football, everybody's watching.
Yeah.
What will decide the new first place in the division. It's a huge, huge, huge game.
I'm honestly nervous. Like I haven't felt this kind of nervousness in a long time for football. Because it's like we could get exposed or they could get exposed. Like this could be a big turning point for either team.
This is at Buffalo?
This is, I believe it's at New England. Let me look it up real quick.
Well, it's probably going to be very, very loud.
Oh no, it's in Buffalo.
Well, then it'll definitely be extraordinarily loud.
And it's gonna be at night, so it's gonna be cold as fuck. And it's gonna be, the lights are gonna be on. It's gonna be dark as fuck, and you're gonna see the smoke coming out of the masks. People are
which always looks super cool in slow motion.
the games feel so much more important when it's like under the lights and you see the breath coming out of people and there's like
well, also like
playoff implications.
It's not like Sunday first round of games where you're like flip, okay, red zone, and you're just like
everyone's sitting down after
one
work.
game.
Yeah.
They're like drinking a beer, smoking a little Joni, getting into the right mindset.
Yeah. So you leave an impression on like the whole fan base when you play that kind of game.
But then you go right to sleep, so it's like commits it to long-term memory.
Yeah.
it's a psychological thing.
It's like studying for a test. Oh man. But yeah, it's definitely a very high pressure game.
But speaking of high pressure, Austin has posed this little tweet here that is.
It looks like Sal Capaccio posed this question.
Well, yeah, Austin is referencing it though here.
Oh, okay, I see.
He's asking if this little breakdown, if it ends the Josh Allen was only good due to a lack of crowd noise, because it seems from this list here that his stats are better for the most part. But I would argue that people say numbers don't lie, but I think in this scenario, Austin is making the numbers say what he wants them to say. Because what?
Sal Capaccio is.
Yeah, because if
Austin's alias.
If we really look into it, I think even though his stats may be a little better, I think he's also pooping his pants a little more.
I actually have an alternative theory that I just came across.
Just now?
And, yeah, because a lot of Bill's Twitter is like, a lot of it is talking about what the next stadium is going to look like or how we should do it. And a lot of people are starting to be like on the get a dome side of it, like get a dome. So we're not thrown into 50-mile-per-hour winds or missing like the wide left, wide right, because it's fucking the winds are swirling. It's lake effect, snow. Like Houston has a dome, Atlanta has a dome. They don't even get bad weather. Like get a fucking dome if you're in Buffalo, New York. But I saw a fan in the comments break down the stats. He sorted it all out by away or like rain, snow, dome, and just like warm weather. Like if he goes to Florida, and the dome in the warm weather, his touchdown to interception and the yards per game is so much higher than if it's rain or like some wind. Like I think, because he's not very accurate to begin with or something, like the wind, the way it affects his throws, then it's just like, it's definitely, that's the difference maker, I think. Whether he's in a dome, like we just played the Saints in a dome and he fucking carved them apart and was throwing dimes. Like, I think that's definitely advantageous. And you see a lot of quarterbacks who play in domes, like how Peyton Manning did for 20 years or Drew Brees. And it's just ideal for passing.
Now, do you think they'll add some type of like Bose sound canceling? Like once you step on the field, you can't hear the crowd noise?
They probably could, like if they wanted to, but that's a home field advantage.
Who's going to be the namesake, the sponsor? Do you know? Do you have the inside scoop?
I don't know, but I do remember that when they were like making the negotiations, the Bills owner basically said, I want it to be 100% taxpayer funded.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it might
just be the People Stadium.
Yeah, the Stadium of the People. Bills.
Do you think they're gonna repaint OJ's name?
No, OJ was just at the stadium earlier this year, so they let him in. Yeah, he was at a box. Keep that thing
I would hope so.
What other running back has ran for 2,000 yards in less than 14 games? You know.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Nobody.
Respect you. Again, numbers don't lie.
Yeah. Well, if anybody could do that, it's probably Cordaro Patterson. And he is going to be a reserve safety this week. Yeah, because he wants an interception.
I wanted to talk to you about this, Hunter. I think that in fantasy, if your running back gets an interception, it should be a point.
I mean, it probably is.
Well, if not, I'd like that added on Sleeper. So
now,
because I do have Cordaro Patterson.
That'd be something you would have to at Sleeper about.
What about pick six? Would it be a defensive play or points for defense or points for running back?
I think that's murky water. because if we had IDPs, you'd get your pick point and your touchdown point.
Exactly.
But without that, I think it might just be a defense and special teams. But like I said, it's murky. I don't know.
You have that EDP.
Yeah, that EDP 445.
Before we get into the pick'ems, I think I just had a package delivered that I'm going to go snag real quick.
Oh yeah, you don't want to.
Package break.
Yeah. That's going to be a new segment. I'll either get a package delivered or food delivered every show.
Mail time. Mail time.
It is
Blu-rays.
the Alfred Hitchcock Blu-ray collection.
Wow. Look at that.
Retails for $99.99, but on Cyber Monday, it was half price. I think it was like $45.
Wow.
So
Sweet. I got a lot of packages coming myself.
There's 15 movies, 10 TV episodes, and over 15 hours of bonus features.
Whoa.
So
that's probably where the good stuff is, the bonus features.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in that breakdown, we'll be doing a full unboxing and walkthrough of the bonus features. On
just one 15-hour video.
Yeah.
If we're commenting on it, that's parody law. We can use the footage.
Yeah.
All right. So here is some storyboards. Looks like she's in the shower right now. Okay, gonna do the next frame.
It'll be on our Alfred Hitchcock Reacts channel.
Yeah.
It's breaking news. It's crazy shit.
Yeah. All right. Well, back to the football stuff, I guess. But look at this. It's like, ooh.
That's trippy.
Don't get hypnotized now.
Oh
no.
You gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Whoa.
All right. Well,
heebie-jeebies on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
No. Jeepers Creepers. With Justin Long.
Jake, is that a Powerade Zero Purple flavor?
It is. It's a zero sugar sports drink. Some call it grape.
Speaking of grapes,
yeah, I couldn't think of anything.
I
was just looking. It says naturally artificially flavored. I'm like,
I'm
funny about that.
Speaking of grapes, why don't we do our pick'ems? You know, like picking grapes. Our Thursday night pick'ems.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Thursday night game.
Sex mystery.
That's advertisement at its core.
6:20 p.m. on Thursday.
Yeah.
Sounds like a weird time.
Mountain Standard Time, sorry.
Oh.
So
it's 8:20 normal people time.
I wish it was
normal people. You mean poor people?
It's 7:20 for Texas, so we're middle class.
Nice.
Yeah.
And see, it would be 5:20 for the bourgeoisie over in California.
Yeah. Those fuckers. They can just watch football while they're eating dinner.
Yeah, there are people probably still at work. Like, I'm leaving early to go catch the game at the bar. Yeah. Like, but so we got Cowboys at Saints. I think the winner is gonna be pretty obvious, and that's the Cowboys. I think they're gonna mop the floor with the Saints.
I think it's
they're gonna go. I'm saying 31-11. No, 10.
Nice.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Cowboys are probably going to win. The Saints are pretty depleted. Their quarterback less. Cowboys got the Dak attack. Zeke, who I think is resting, but Tony Pollard is better than Zeke anyway. So I'm going to go Cowboys. I accidentally typed a C up top. Let me get back down here real quick. All right, so we're going to go Cowboys. And they are going to win I don't think it's going to get into the 30s per se. I think it's going to be a standard 27 to 17 kind of a deal. Yeah, that's going to be my guess.
Fair enough.
So you guys both think the Cowboys are just going to handle the Saints?
Yeah, I think they're going to give them the old mollywhopping.
On paper, I think that's what it's got to be.
Well,
and you know what they say, football is played on paper.
Yeah. I disagree with you guys. I think the Saints are going to dig deep. They're going to rely on Taysom Hill, who is just activated. And the Cowboys are actually without Big Mike McCarthy, which I actually don't think that matters at all because he has COVID. I think he's a horrible coach. But I think Jerry Jones, I saw a tweet that he was saying we need to feed Zeke more. And their passing attack is just so good. And their offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, is just a passing guy. And I think Jerry's going to start fucking with him and making him run the ball.
Kellen Moore's got
stop it.
Got one of those faces that I really don't like.
Like a woodchuck.
I don't know what it's like, but it really just rubs me the wrong way, like Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah. I think the Saints are gonna win 39-23.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You're going off the deep end, Buster.
No, I do. I think they're about to go crazy, like they've never played before.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's jump down to where we have last week's pick'ems real quick, because we did our Thanksgiving Day pick'ems and we weren't really super close score wise for any of them, but pretty interesting. We almost picked the order of the turkey leg winners. In the Bills game, we had
if you weren't such a fucking imbecile, we would have got it right.
Well, I might have something to do with Tre'Davious White tearing his ACL because I did choose him to win the turkey leg.
You put a hit on him.
Yeah, but I chose Trey Day, Austin chose Josh Allen, and Jake chose Dawson Knox. And if I would have picked Stephon Diggs, we would have been a perfect 3 for 3 on those turkey legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me tell you what, those turkey legs look pretty good.
Yeah.
I was jealous.
Dawson Knox actually said that they were a little bit dry, and they were actually made by Chef Emerald.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
Now, do you think they were still hot, though?
Maybe they'd been sitting out for a while, but Dawson Knox said they're kind of dry, dude.
There was no gravy. Wings. There was no gravy.
There was no blue cheese.
Dawson Knox is just a contrarian. He just wanted something to complain about.
He just wanted to make headlines because he's not getting enough attention for being the league leader in touchdowns for tight ends right now.
That's one of the reasons Dawson Knox isn't going to be a part of my game list today.
Well, why don't we just keep this rolling into the Twitterverse since we're already here?
Yeah.
Well, whoa. Wait a goddamn second, Jake.
Oh, you're the one who jumps, homie.
I jumped because we were talking pick'ems.
Mm-hmm.
You want to skip the jagging corner?
I don't care about the jagging corner. There's nothing going on.
Well,
Jackson DeVille, I guess he got stuck in the crowd. After watched bungee jump.
You don't see these headlines though. They're trying to make it sound like he was about to die or something.
Bungee jump goes horribly wrong. Next on I Shouldn't Be Alive.
Yeah. On Scarred, Jackson DeVille.
Left dangling above the field after botched bungee jump.
Yeah. On 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
But he's fine. Not worried about that. What I do want to talk about is
I just looked, quick aside, Jackson DeVille supposedly makes $400 an hour.
Jesus.
That's pretty, but he probably only gets paid on game days, so he probably gets paid like $1,000.
Well, I mean, from the moment he shows up to the moment he leaves, like he's doing practice before and stretching, and he's getting, he's in the cryo chambers.
I'm sure
that'd
they
be
let
so
him
funny to see
clock in
Jackson DeVille in a cryo chamber.
He definitely probably uses that thing or oxygen tank.
Just like the head is just sticking out. He's like, oh.
I don't know.
He gets out of his body, puts a suit on.
I like this idea we have in here. I think we should hold off on that, save it for next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that. But before we get to the Twitterverse, everybody's favorite segment, Packers merch of the week.
PMOTW.
Yeah, get a shirt that says that. We got like a wine bottle.
Yeah.
This is fancy. This is for the upper class Green Bay Packer fans. I don't know if there are any out there, but if there are, they could get this 50-year anniversary commemorative ice bowl etched wine for $50.
Yeah.
Now
it's a Cabernet Merlot blend. So if you like the dries,
and
it's all yours.
I believe it's Blanc, Jake.
It says blend. An END down below there.
So would you say Merlot?
No, that's Merlot.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's only been aging for about 15 months, so I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, but you take that and then 100 years from now, you give it to your grandkids.
Yeah. What, you're going to give them that?
You remember the ice bowl?
They'll think it's from the actual ice bowl way long ago.
Yeah, well.
Someone could have got one then and saved it up all this time. It'd be worth millions.
Yeah.
Well, for all of our listeners on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Shazam, the bottle is your standard wine bottle with a giant G on it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's etched, though. It's etched in there. It's not just a sticker.
If you take Jake's dad's calf tattoo and put it on a wine bottle, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right.
But speaking of Packers, there is some beef between Devonta Adams and Odell Beckham Jr.
I don't even think this is beef, dude. I think this is spam.
Look at the way they're looking at each other in that picture.
You mean those two pictures that weren't taken on the same day or location? Actually, I guess
don't know what you're talking about.
He does look like he's at the old Lambeau.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
unless two Packers fans just showed up to a random game.
Either way.
You don't think this is real beef?
No, I think Devonta Adams is joshing.
Give me your best Devonta Adams impression and give him this line he delivered to Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. My Devonta Adams impression.
Yeah.
He said he needed a jersey after the game. I told him, go get a Cooper Kupp jersey since he who we want to be with.
That's spot on, dude.
Yeah, that's my Devonta. I almost won last comic standing with my Devonta Adams impression.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Marlon Wayans said he didn't like it.
No, yeah.
He was a judge.
That and my Tracy Morgan that I was doing.
Oh.
Nice.
Tracy Morgan's a good one.
Sometimes I'll see like a Frank Caliendo compilation where he's just doing a bunch of stuff and then he tosses like a Tracy Morgan in there and I was like, I don't know if that's okay.
Why not?
Yeah, it's just very boisterous. I don't know. But either way, that is how Tracy Morgan sounds. But Devonta Adams, he's just playing around.
He's just joshing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's real beef. I think Devonta Adams is a thug.
You think Devonta is going to send shooters after gay-ass Odell?
I don't think he needs to, but I think if they were really beefing, he probably would.
Yeah, that's why I think it's spam. Because if it was real beef, like you're saying, OBJ would be dead right now, like young Dolph.
Oh, yeah, it's not real beef, but it's on the field beef.
It's not even...
It's after the game beef.
You don't think
whatever hash.
It's Twitter.
You don't think OBJ has some big hosses protecting him at all times? The what would you call it? The entourage, I guess.
The Dookie Boys.
That's probably what they call each other. They don't want other people to refer them as the Dookie Boys, but to each other, they say we're the Dookie Boys.
Well, it's, Odo likes poop, so
he does.
Hey, that's okay.
It is okay. Yeah.
It's good
Never
for you.
Anything was wrong with it. But this is pretty gay, if you ask me. It seems like the Bills Mafia has raised like over $100,000 for some stupid food bank.
Yeah, the food bank of Northwest Louisiana, where Tre'Davious White is from. So,
well, that's not gonna miraculously repair Tre'Davious' ACL. So
it's just a little bit of love for Trey Day from the Bills Mafia.
Well, the Bills Mafia definitely didn't make a donation to any Stanford charities after Christian McCaffrey is now out for the year with an ankle injury.
No, yeah. I mean,
paper skin, glass bones.
Unfortunately, I drafted him in the frat league, and
you can't do it. You can't draft him. He's a broken person.
Coming into this year, I convinced myself, you give him he's healthy. He's finally healthy. But no.
I think what he needs to have is a full body ligament replacement surgery where he gets everything preemptively replaced with horse ligaments.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be good.
For it. Recover 1 year, be back for 10 more.
Yeah, exactly. 10 more, like 100 more.
I wonder if all his injuries create the other injuries, because he's got like a hamstring,
overcompensating, and yep.
Yeah,
could be.
But Christian McCaffrey out for the season. And speaking of star running backs, Dalvin Cook dislocated his shoulder and is expected to miss at least the next 2 games, Sunday at Detroit and Thursday against Pittsburgh.
I mean, potentially more if he keeps getting incriminated by his teammates.
Incriminated by his teammates and the whole domestic violence thing and his shoulder. I would just call it quits and let Alexander Madison go crazy, because I did pick him up in the league that I have Christian McCaffrey. So I need him to be the dog now.
Nice.
From what it seems, football is pretty dangerous.
Yeah. But that's why they get that paid handsomely.
Yeah.
Is that why? Or is it because they make these organizations millions and millions of dollars every year?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Probably a little bit of both, but someone who does get paid very handsomely is Aaron Rodgers. And
ironically, not very handsome. He looks pretty old and weathered.
Oh, he's handsome.
And not in that picture. There's literally 3 bags under each eye.
Well, they probably had to shoot him up with every drug in the book because his toe's broken.
He looks like Santa in August.
Yeah. He hasn't put on the pounds yet.
I see. So he's going to get that winter weight and be really good.
He hasn't even made it to Thanksgiving.
Aaron Rodgers didn't practice all week. And then he beat the Rams handedly and said, when I step on the field, I expect greatness. I don't lean on excuses. Not practicing, a little toe injury. So he's confident.
Yeah. The Packers looked fucking good.
This is a bit of misinformation because from what I understand, it's a big toe injury, not a little toe injury.
No, I do think it's actually his pinky toe.
Oh, is it? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just semantics at the end of the day.
But he looked fine with whatever they shut him up with work, because he juked out Jalen Ramsey for a touchdown, rushing touchdown. And he ran a couple times. So
he's got COVID.
I think when you're
COVID toe.
I think when you're a quarterback, especially one that typically doesn't, run wild or really push for the extra yards like Josh Allen would, you get that extra half a second to lay a fancy little juke on them, because they're already pulling up. He's gonna slide, he's gonna go out of bounds. What the fuck?
That's exactly what happens. They're not looking to take your head off like they would.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson running with it.
Yeah, or they're not coming at you like a running back. I'm gonna have to go at this hoss full speed.
Get at these knees.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna.
Tom Brady.
I don't want to be the guy that takes Tom Brady out for the rest of the career. So they're like, oh, I'm gonna pull. Oh, you bastard!
You fucker!
We had this agreement that I wasn't gonna fucking murder you.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, all right, I'm about to give you a little lick next time.
Yeah, and then he never runs for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Unspoken agreement.
Yeah. Speaking of unspoken.
Yeah. So are we sure those are balls?
I don't know.
What else could they be?
This is a picture of Frank Gore with just massive balls. and
See, I
don't
think this
know,
is one of those situations where it's like if you hear something, one of those things, and you can't hear anything, but then you like read a word,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
was
all
it
you hear.
But Hunter,
Brainstorm green needle type
Listen to what I'm saying.
situation?
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. There's a picture with a giant word balls written over it. So I think that's just all we're thinking.
Cover that up and show it to somebody. And
Oh, no, Hunter's right. It's totally not balls now that I covered this up.
Yeah. What else would that be?
I don't think human
Eggs?
testicles are like that. I don't think they're that hard and solid to be able to be that like.
Maybe not for us, but this guy's been in the NFL for 20 years. He's about to box some guy on live TV. He's got a son playing football. Those are good balls that have DNA that takes you to the NFL.
I just
got a lot of testosterone in those testicles.
A ton of testosterone.
It looks like his uniform pants have just like become a scrotum. And that's not. I just don't think that's what that would look like.
No. Do you remember earlier in the year when we were reading that one tweet and they said that he literally played with no socks, no underwear, and no gloves?
Frank Gore? I don't remember that.
Most people are wearing compression shorts under there. He wears no underwear. He wears no underwear or socks, which is crazy to put your feet in just cleats and
that's insane.
I need Scott Brinkus to come out of retirement and do a sports science on this. I need the material of the jersey pants. And
well, see, that's the thing. So like the cheaper the pants, like when you have really shitty football pants, they're super thick and not flexible.
Yeah.
These are probably like some Nike dry fit, like super stretchy.
You know,
like even look at the jerseys, how compressed the jerseys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like you don't want it to like limit mobility, so that means it has to be stretchy, which means it's probably thinner material.
And
I guarantee has huge balls, you know.
He's wearing no underwear, and he's probably got a size smaller pants just to have him feel tight on him. Like some guys get the tight shoulder pads and shit.
Well, and
his balls are just compressed in there.
It looks like two legs and a hanky.
If you look at the picture, you only see his balls, and if it's that easy to show form on those pants, that means that his dick is right along whoever's arm that is. That's right there. Like in that thin ass material, like he totally feels like veins on his arm.
Yeah, but if you're going off of that logic, then his dick would also be where his fucking number on his jersey is.
He probably tucked it up, dude. I don't know.
Dude, it would hurt so bad to get dinged on those balls. They're just hanging out in the open. Someone could kick them or something.
I'm not convinced that those are testicles.
I think they really.
We'll have to save that for our testicle analysis podcast.
Yeah.
All right. We talk about the legs.
I love this next photo. This is fantastic.
The
Cowboys linemen.
These hosses are completely confused.
Two of them are just like blocking each other.
This looks like when Madden like glitches. You're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. And Yannick Ngakoue is running free. And that's a scary sight.
I love it. I love it.
That game was apparently so bad that Skip Bayless. Have you guys watched this video that he posted on Twitter?
Not, no.
Go back and watch it. It's just it's the most awkward thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like Skip Bayless is just staring in the camera, just going like, oh. Oh.
Are you a Skip fan or a Skip hater?
I like Skip, but and I understand that he's playing the heel.
I see.
And that he's not really that crazy, but maybe he believes that he's said it so long.
Okay. Jordan Davis looks good, but more importantly, I think it's probably just a hair thing, but he's looking a lot like DJ Fluker in this picture.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to be on our watch list for good hosses in this draft.
He is big. He's like 6'6", like 380 probably.
He's 6'5".
Did we talk about Jared Goff is 0-16 and 1 without Sean McVay?
I thought we talked about that last week.
I think we touched on it. Yeah, we said it as a quick aside.
That's
because we said it long ago. I think I specifically once said that Sean McVay was just using Jared Goff as like a vessel.
Well, that's like absolute proof of it.
Yeah.
Like that's
so I mean, chalk it up to the fucking we said it list.
Yeah.
We hit harder than fucking Matthew Berry and Field Yates, dude.
Definitely.
Yeah. Put that shit on a shirt. We hit harder than Matthew Berry.
And Field Yates.
Field is such a fucking jank name for a human.
It's a bitch name.
My name's Field. Field Yates. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a whoopsie by his parents, but not as big of a whoopsie as Kirk Cousins lining up under his guard.
Yeah. And I was just picturing like this is the end of the game. They're trying to make the game-winning drive. It's literally 4th down and time's about to expire. And imagine you're the guard in your 3-point stance and you just feel Kirk's hands go under your taint trying to ask for the snap.
Yeah, so
you're like, oh.
The center's used to that. He's getting his taint tickled all the time. But the guard probably hardly ever feels that. So he was probably kind of startled, huh?
Now, do you think he's down in his 3-point stance and he's like, wait, no. Like, it's not me.
He probably was.
It's him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
They should have like a butt clench signal that he can like squeeze his legs and be like, oh, oops, sorry, wrong guy.
Yeah. Like, I've never seen that happen before, but that was. And Kirk Cousins was playing pretty good, but that's just Kirk Cousins always does something that makes him not elite. Like,
I mean, there was a time that I like walked up as like the whole line was walking. I like kind of walked behind the guard and I was like, oh, okay. No, I just took like one step over before everybody lined up. So, I mean, but to get all the way underneath is like.
At fourth and goal as time is expiring to win the game.
Well, it's like that
tough time to do it.
It's like that time Tom Brady didn't know it was 4th down.
True.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
Happens to everybody.
Yeah.
So, whoopsie, Kirk, but it's okay.
But I think it's time. We'll wrap this episode up with the fun game of the week.
Yeah.
This week's fun game is the top 3 players we would want on our Family Feud team. So it'd be us and 3 players. So the order will go me, Hunter, Austin, and I am going to start with Laurent Duvernay-Tardif because he's a doctor. He's smart.
That's a good one.
But see, Jake, being on Family Feud is about being smart.
But it helps to be smart.
It's about knowing.
I'm not just picking.
I would argue it's about being dumb because most of the people they survey are going to be stupid. Have you seen the Always Sunny episode where Charlie gets the 1 every time because he was the person they surveyed? It's a good episode.
Oh, it's a fantastic episode. Actually, I'm gonna watch that after this episode.
Yeah.
All right, so you got that going on. My number 3 is Cadarius Toney because that dude looks insane, and I just think it would be funny, like when you see everybody else I'm gonna have on the list, and you just like it's going down the family, and then you just see Cadarius Toney with his crazy tattoos and piercings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I also just think he would give some funny responses. Like he's a crazy Florida dude, and I think he'd be a good one for the lulz.
Yeah, definitely. Well, coming in at number 3 on my list is Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He was on my list.
And
as was mine.
I just think Ryan Fitzpatrick, like, yeah, he's book smart, but also the way that man takes hits and stuff, I assume that he's pretty street smart, and he's probably gonna be able to guess these answers on this thing. And he's just a fun teammate to have. He's probably gonna goose around with you, have a couple highbrow laughs. Ryan Fitzpatrick, can't go wrong with.
That is quite a good one. Quite a good one.
Took him off of mine for Cadarius.
So my number 2 is Gardner Minshew. Because to me, he is an everyman kind of guy. I think he's rooted in the people, but also I feel like if he doesn't know the answer, he'll throw out a funny because he's like, I'm gonna get it wrong anyways. So wrestling alligators. I'm like, what? Let's see wrestling alligators. And it's like, of course it was a 0, but we gotta laugh.
Yeah.
I think Gardner, when he's done with football, game show host might be a thing for him.
Yeah. If there was some type of like football trivia show or something.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So my number 2 is basically just a reaction to my number 3. Like I want this guy standing next to Cadarius Toney just for the funny juxtaposition. So the opposite of Cadarius Toney, who in my mind is clearly Hunter Renfrow. So yeah, and I feel like every episode of Family Feud, like you have the wacky guy, that's Cadarius Toney, and then you have just the square. He just answers everything by the book. He's taken Steve Harvey very seriously. So Hunter Renfrow.
He's gonna give answers like, I'm gonna go with belt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Show me belt. All right, Austin, lay it on us.
All right. Coming in at number 2 on my list is going to be Travis Kelce. And I feel like Travis Kelce is just the kind of guy that would do good on a game show. Like, he just seems like he's down to earth. He's a little bit crazy, and he's probably going to be able to have some good guesses as well. And he just imagine the bro hood of Ryan Fitzpatrick and Travis Kelce, and you just got the beards, maybe a couple beers out there crushing them.
Beards and beers.
Yeah.
Well, my number 1 is Ryan Fitzpatrick, and here's why. 1, Wonderlic score up there, smart, but also being a quarterback, and especially Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's always just thrown into a game just to try to make shit happen. So that mentality, looking at calling all audible, make this happen. That's perfect for fast money.
Yeah.
You put him second, and then he's like, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, instantly, boom. He's calling all audibles in his head, and he doesn't even come close to the buzzer. And he gets, because that's the most important part of fast money, is the second person.
Yeah.
So he'd be perfect for that, and then you win the $20,000.
That's a good pitch for Fitz. Fitz magic.
Yeah,
want him on your team.
If you want to go for like improvised guys, I think there's better improvisers.
But he makes it happen. That's the thing. He has that energy.
Yeah.
He can make it happen.
Or he might lose it in fantastic fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets 199. It's like, 1 point. Number 1 answer. Tires.
Jake, you got it like a halfway decent Steve Harvey.
I watch a lot of Family Feud.
Interesting. Okay. Who do you think would win the fight, Steve Harvey or Drew Carey?
An actual fight?
Yeah, fist fight.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Destroyed. Too. Yeah. What?
I bet Drew Carey's scrappy though. We don't know.
I don't know. He's kind of old.
Wasn't he a Marine at some point or something like that?
It sounds right. I know Mr. Rodgers.
Maybe Whose Line Is It Anyway, Drew Carey, but not Price is Right.
Do you like that show?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
When it was like on TV, yeah, I love that show. Wayne Brady.
Yeah, Wayne Brady.
Hilarious.
Come on, it's still funny.
Maybe I'm just not like an improv guy.
You don't like Colin Mockery?
No.
Oh.
I don't like. I think it just grinds my gears when they like ask the audience for, to participate and like pick the stuff.
Yeah, because they have bad answers. Of course, the audience sucks.
I'm the manager of a bubblegum factory.
I think you're just jealous, Hunter.
Yeah, you're mad.
You don't have that improv platform.
I mean, I could do it. I could improv away.
What's it? Colin Mockery and Ryan.
Improv Wayne Brady under the fucking rug.
What?
You think you could do the Irish drinking song better than Wayne Brady?
I think I could improv Wayne Brady under the rug, and I think I could host Let's Make a Deal better than him.
I mean, anybody could host that. That show takes no skill.
Just saying.
The people that watch it, they're just brain dead anyways. So just like, you could be the host and be like, gobble-a-boo, blobbity blue, open the door, it's a zonk. And they're like,
I don't know. But my number one, I'll make it short and sweet because he was already mentioned. It's Travis Kelce.
Wow.
For all the reasons Austin gave, he is kind of a combination of my previous two picks where he has the presentability of Hunter Renfrow, but also the crazy cool funness of Cadarius Toney. I think he'd give a lot of great answers, and I just think he'd be a nice presence on the team.
A lot of good answers that you wouldn't think of. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
And then
library.
Dap up real quick.
Yeah, quick.
You like Silent Library, Jake?
No, I don't like.
I like Silent Library more than I like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, I like Silent Library.
Wow. I mean, there are some people that go as like the guest contestants not contestants, but like people on it's that fourth person always, because it's like the three main people and the fourth person always changes on Whose Line Is It Anyways, and sometimes they're really bad.
For this challenge, Jake is going to be shot with a paintball gun.
Yeah, no, fuck that show.
I feel like for money, like I could not laugh. I just close my eyes.
It's not about not laughing. It's just about being quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually when they get the sound bar, the fake sound bar, because they're all
so Hunter's
Hunter's
gonna be like,
it's not like you're just sitting at a table. They put goofy props around you.
If you're like, hey, we're gonna smack your friend in the face with a salmon, and if you don't,
I think they do worse stuff than that though.
Hunter, do you remember when we were in high school and we were fucking laughing at the Johnny Anger? What's that movie called?
Man in the Iron Mask.
Man in the Iron Mask.
Absolutely.
That was the situation where we had to be quiet and I could not contain myself.
Listen,
all they do is play that part where he goes.
If Johnny Anger said, if you can be quiet for this part, I'll give you $3,000, I guarantee you I would have not made it.
There's no way I could have, at least.
Yeah.
There's no way I could have.
Hunter Easy has to watch someone murder his whole family.
But so number one on my list, I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers because he's supposed to, he has the Jeopardy connection. He could go host them if he wants to. I feel like he's a very smart guy, and then he also is down to earth. I feel like he'll have good teamwork. Imagine him and Fitz having like a sidebar over there. Like, oh, maybe it's this,
Well, also he's comfortable on the set of game shows. He's not, choking up by all the flashy lights. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
did you guys watch the
movie
Celebrity Family Feud with all the NFL players?
I did not, but I have
the Hall of Fame pros and the rookies or whatever.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Austin's got the schmutz on his lens again.
Is that what it was?
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. Oh, it's good.
The back is kind of him doing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of. But you need that metal slot in the door. That's the.
Was I wrong for laughing that hard, or was that fun?
Oh no, that was hilarious.
Okay.
Because it was like everyone's super quiet. And
when he's in the field and he's making that lady go the specific way with the sprinkler, and he's just like.
See, I thought I was stupid at the time for laughing at that because no one else in the class was laughing.
No, but also like as soon as you cracked a laugh, it did show how fucking funny that was. It's like, okay, no, that is honestly like,
and then when John Malkovich is like, you have never felt the breath of your son. whatever on your breast or something. It was very funny. The whole movie was hilarious.
Yeah, how he delivered that line was really funny.
But Johnny Anger probably knew it was funny. He was just giving us goose.
No, I think Johnny Anger is the kind of guy who doesn't have a sense of humor.
I think he was just like, I don't want to do fucking anything. Watch Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah,
Don't fucking talk.
What were we even learning about in fucking like American history class where we were watching a movie about the French Revolution?
I literally learned nothing in that class besides tabula
It wasn't
rasa.
about. It wasn't about the French Revolution. It was about Leonardo DiCaprio having a twin. Like,
yeah.
And we also watched The Last Samurai. And when were we talking about that? When were we talking about feudal Japan? Like, no,
Johnny talked more about the North Koreans possibly invading us than he did actual history.
Yeah, the torpedo missile launchers and walking in unison. That's fucking scary. Oh fuck.
I predict
That's so
within
funny.
the next couple months we'll be at war with North Korea.
All right, enjoy lunch. It's like, what? Well, I always got to end the episodes with the anecdote that no viewers will understand.
Oh, no. Jake, all of our 2 viewers will understand pretty much all of that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We can end it now, though. We'll see you next time on episode 58.
Von Miller.
Yeah, Von Miller.
Is he still 58 going to the Rams?
No idea. We'll find us on YouTube where you found us. Find us on Twitter at Pro Football Focus with 1L, and find us on Instagram at Pro Football Focus. But until next time, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
See you, guys.